Is now a good time to be buying a home? Can you get a really good deal right now? Or are we in a bubble? And what have prices been doing? Let's look into exactly all of that in today's morning coffee breakdown. So the first place we should start is seeing what's been happening year over year and month over month, now that we're in this coronavirus thing for the buying season. So this April compared to last April, May's numbers will be coming out here, obviously not until May's over, so we're looking at April, but 31% fewer homes sold this April than last April. Now, you're probably saying, oh, that's great, the demand is down, so that means prices will go down because that's supply and demand, right? 7th grade. But it doesn't quite work like that, and we can see that from the numbers. Usually we see about 3 to 5% appreciation each year, year over year, from April of last year to April of this year. Right now we're only seeing about 1%. So you're probably wondering, if prices are actually a little bit higher than they were last year, how the heck am I supposed to get a better deal this year than what I could have gotten last year? Well, the secret to this is interest rates. People often put way too much emphasis on what they're going to pay up front for the purchase price, and instead they overlook at what they're actually going to pay over time, and not realizing that that's where the true savings and the true value is. So let's look at some numbers, and this is all going to become very clear for you. There's a rule of thumb that for every 1% lower your interest rate is, you can afford 10% more house for the same payment. Let's look at two separate houses. House number 1 was bought with a 4.5% interest rate, and the price of the home was $355,000 with a principal and interest payment of $1,745. Now, house number 2 was bought for 3.5% interest rate with a price of $400,000 and a principal and interest payment of exactly the same amount of $1,745. And if you're good at math, you probably noticed that $400,000 is more than 10% higher than the $355,000 price tag for house number 1. That's right, it's actually closer to 13% higher. It is a rule of thumb after all, and just an approximation. The truth is, though, you actually only need a 0.75% decrease in your interest rate to afford 10% more house. Even though your house prices are hugely different, since your payments are the same and the number of payments you guys will make is the same, you actually pay the exact same amount for the two houses. 1 year ago, rates were 0.75% higher than they are right now. So any house you buy this year, you're getting it 10% cheaper from what you would have paid if you would have just bought it last year. Effectively, all home prices have dropped by 10% from last year thanks to the low rates. But what about the difference needed for down payment? Well, on the $355,000 house with a 3% down payment, you'll need $10,650. For a $400,000 price with a 3% down payment, you'll need $12,000. Subtract the $10,650 you would need for the $355,000 home, and you only need an additional $1,350 for the $400,000 purchase. But what about appreciation? Let's look at how the two examples will do over the next 5 years, assuming we'll get the average of 3% appreciation each year. After 5 years, our $355,000 house will be worth almost $69,000 more than what we bought it. Yay! But thanks to the lower rates and the ability to buy more house, the $400,000 home will be worth almost $78,000 more than when we bought it, an extra $8,000 to $9,000 in your pocket. Finally, you might have noticed that each year at 3%, that's $12,000 you make on your home. Or an easy way to put that is, your home earns you $1,000 each month to live there in appreciation. So even though your payment was $1,745 each month, if we subtract the appreciation you're getting and also consider you'll get back part of the payment that went to paying down your loan, but also let's not forget to count against you the taxes, insurance, and mortgage insurance, you're getting to live in a $400,000 home for roughly $676 per month. And that is why everyone should really try and buy a home as soon as they possibly can. I look back at my own unique scenario, and I was forced into buying a home in a sense. My brother had decided that we were going to buy a home together, and this was back when I was maybe 24 years old. And that was the best decision of my life. Actually, it was the best decision I didn't make. It was the best decision my brother made for my life. Anyways, it goes to, it's more time in the market than it is trying to time the market. So, for example, these appreciation levels are actually kind of low. So 3% in Denver would be on the low end. For the last 10 years, we've averaged almost double digits in appreciation. I bought and sold a home over a 3-year period, and I just sold last year in February and got a check for about $120,000 tax-free because it was my primary residence. Because of that, you can really get ahead in life having a big chunk of money like that to move into a bigger new house, or just to pay down debts, or do what you want to do in your life. Now, that's not always typical. It's not always a guarantee that you're going to make $120,000 on your purchase, or that you're going to get double-digit returns. But the 3% example in the whiteboard we just saw really does play into the fact that you really can make quite a bit of money with pretty low appreciation. So to sum it up, I do think you should buy. Now, I really don't know where the market is going to go. It could go lower. Rates could go lower. Housing prices could tank, and it might be a horrible time to buy. But what we can do is just look at the indicators from the prior years and get an idea. And based on those, it's probably generally a good idea to buy. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the buying process and that you're well educated. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing, because each week we come out with a new video that helps keep you in the know about the home buying process, as well as neighborhood reviews and new programs that will help you buy here in Colorado. So make sure to hit that like button. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.